Welcome back. Adamant ruled the charts in the 1980s with songs like Prince Charming and Stand and Deliver, giving him a place in pop history. I find it really hard to say that. Flat, you know.
Yeah, no, because you want to say...
I feel like I'm going to
say it, come on.
Prince Charming. I feel it's really hard not to say it like that.
Oh, it is, isn't it? He's back. His first album and single in 17 years. He still has his unique style. A very good morning to you. Thanks for coming to see us. We'll have a bit of Stand and Deliver later, maybe. But we're going to do our favourite thing here, which is remind us and you of some of your earlier hits.
Oh.
OK?
I'm the dandy highwayman who you're too scared to mention. I spend my cash on looking flash and grabbing your attention. The devil take your stereo and your record collection. The way you look, you'll qualify for next year's old age pension. Stand and deliver the money or your life.
Brings back so many fond memories, doesn't it?
What about you? What do you think when you see this?
Yeah, I just remember, you know, it was like the video thing was a revolution. Nobody really had any idea of how, you know, enormous it would be. So it was just like, I'll go and make this film. And I did a sort of storyboard because I was at art school, I did film. So I did the storyboard, went out there, and it seemed to just explode. But I just remember it being like 1 or 2 day shoots, freezing cold, loads of mates. All my friends that I knew, I conned them into being in it, you know. And
when you look at it now, it looks very... Well, it looks very over the top in a way, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. It's so kind of OTT. Mm-hmm. Were there people saying to you, well, at the time, the immediate reaction, were people loved it, didn't they? Really loved the whole thing. I suppose it's theatrical, wasn't it? That was the thing about it.
Yeah, I think coming out of, you know, I started, you know, performing in the sort of punk days and made my first album in a post-punk period. The sort of 79, about 1979, it got very grey and a bit tired and a bit kind of political, and I just decided to make it a bit very colourful, and there was a conscious effort to kind of make it based on heroic characters and something that very filmic.
I think, and that's probably what people responded to. And the fantastic makeup, that was presumably, was that your idea as well?
Yeah, well, you know, again, heroic characters, you know, pirates, buccaneers, and the Native American philosophy I'm a great admirer of. So I think the description for me would be hybrid. It's a mixture. You know.
And there was, I mean, sometimes it's quite hard to describe to people just how big an impact you had at that time. You were enormously successful, and the impact you had sort of culturally was massive as well, wasn't it? Were you conscious of that at the time?
No, to be honest, I was sort of working so hard. I'd had 3 years of kind of getting kind of you know, it was just sort of playing clubs and sort of rejection in a way. So by the time the opportunity came, A, I couldn't believe it was happening, and B, I thought, well, I'm going to really just keep working as hard as possible. So I was really, I absolutely loved doing it. It's lovely when things are successful, but I really just, you know, was very focused about the next album. So by the time Kings was out, I was already writing Prince Charming. So, but it was, I love working, so it was a pleasurable experience all round for me. I
mean, you know, just even looking back at the videos, it brings back memories for so many people, and very enjoyable memories. You enjoyed it at the time. You looked like you were enjoying it, and you were you?
Yeah, I was. I think it's like if you go and see a play, any performance in a film, but certainly live stuff. If you can tell if someone's not enjoying it. You can tell if someone's kind of, you know, just phoning it in. And I've never been guilty of that. I've always, if I don't feel the passion for it, I won't do it.
Now, you'll forgive me for asking, because a lot of people, your fans, will want to know a very simple question about how you are. Because you've been very honest in the past about the problems you've had, bipolar problems you've had. I mean, how are you now?
Well, I think it's something that, you know, I know a lot more about the condition now than I did before. And I've found an enormous amount of response to the fact that I've done many interviews about dealing with my particular condition, and hopefully lift the taboo. But I think I'm very fortunate in as much as I'm I have the work that I love doing as a kind of therapy, as a kind of, you know, not doing that I think was largely responsible for me, you know, feeling very bad because I wasn't doing something that really helped me function. But it's a very complicated subject, and hopefully if more people talk about it, the less of a taboo it'll be.
Great news for your fans as well. There's a new album out, and I'm going to have to read it really carefully. It's
Okay.
called, you go for it, it's called Adamant is the BlueBlack
Hussar in Marrying the Gunner's Daughter.
Got it, right.
a long title. There is a single.
Let's have a look at the single. It's called Cool Zombie.
Thank you.
For a time I lived in Tennessee, a apprentice hillbilly, oh zombie, down and 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 down. The people there were real friendly.
And just quickly explain the album title. We've hardly got any time. Go for it.
Adamant is me.
Yeah,
the
got
BlueBlack
that.
Hussar is, what would that character with a stripe across his nose look like 35 years if he'd walked to Moscow with Napoleon and come back? Marrying the Gunner's
it.
Daughter is a naval term for punishment, which I felt I'd sort of experienced somewhat in the music industry, so there you have it.
Brilliant, thank you. Adam's new album, Adamant is the BlueBlack Hussar in Marrying the Gunner's Daughter. It's released on Monday. Good luck with that.
Thank you very much.
Lovely to see
Thank
you
you
this
very much.
morning. That's just about it for now. Back tomorrow morning speaking to the band Lawson.
First though, let's hear from Matthew Barley performing part of Britain's third cello suite.